Good morning, Sat Nam, our Kundalini yogic refrain, Truth is my name. My name is also Melissa, and this is Sunday Kundalini Yoga. Today we'll have time for a shorter practice and a short meditation after that. So before we say anything else, let's tune in, bring those hands to the heart center. Palms are flat and pressing into each other. Thumbs are pressed into the sternum. Sit up nice and straight, crown of the head to the ceiling. And we're going to tune in with the Om Namo Gurudev Namo, repeated 3 times. This is for protection and to call on the golden chain of teachers who have come before us to help us realize and tap the wisdom that is already inside us. Let's take a deep breath, eyes closed down, and we'll begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And deep inhale. Hold. And exhale. Relax the arms down, hands down to the lap. You can open the eyes or leave them closed if you listen better that way. This week's Kundalini Yoga practice is called For Disease Resistance. So if you remember, a Kriya is a set of exercises prescribed like a recipe. We do everything in each exercise in a certain order for a certain amount of time. Today, each exercise we're going to hold for about a minute, maybe a little bit more. If you'd like to practice this Kriya again every day or every other day until next Sunday, you can pause and set your own timer and hold each exercise for 2 or 3 minutes. If you do 3 minutes each, that's a pretty good workout. So I wanted to say something about that. And then as far as disease resistance, this is another one where we're going to be working the lymph, that lymphatic system that's kind of like our filter that keeps looking for dangerous enemy germs and attacking them and keeping us safe from sickness, illness, and disease. So we're going to be stimulating the lymph, especially under the arms, under the knees, and then also with the thymus behind the heart, or at the heart center, I should say. Let's start with just a few quick warm-ups. We'll start with Sufi grind. There are 2 variations. We could do torso twists, which is leaving the back straight as you pivot your spine around the pelvis, around the hips. So if you have had a back injury or have low back flexibility right now, this is a good one. We breathe forward, inhale forward, exhale back. And then as the spine warms, and if you are able, you can start arching. So arching forward and then back. So forward like a skydiver and then arching back like a cat. And it's not about ever reaching the chin or head forward. The chin and head stay relatively still. This is about traveling the heart as far as it will come forward and back. It opens up the muscles in the hips and in our lower spine, allowing the blood to flow, the spinal fluid to move, and creating more potential for that Kundalini energy, which is stored at the base of the spine, to release, lift, rise, and go to all the places it needs to go. So let's begin. Close the eyes down and think Sat as you inhale coming forward and Nam as you exhale going back. Remember, the eyes are almost always closed in Kundalini Yoga because this is an inside job. We're concentrating on the changes happening within, in the physical body, in the mental, the emotional, the psychological body. Closing the eyes helps us center and be more present than if we're outwardly focused. Switch directions. Notice if your breath is shallow, can you deepen it? Or is the movement naturally deepening your breath? Let's make the circles smaller and smaller as you come up to straight spine. Now take one hand, press it firmly into the ground and onto the floor, and you're going to take the other arm, and as you inhale, you're going to then exhale up and over. So the eyes will be closed, but imagine you are looking at your arm above you, and this will help you tilt back and open up the heart center. Inhale up, exhale to the other side. Inhale up, exhale to the other side. We're going to keep switching back and forth. Take this at your own speed. Very important to open up the side body. We forget about this side of ourselves as we drive forward in life. And opening up and stretching those intercostal muscles between the ribs allows space for the lungs to open more fully, for the heart to open more fully. Just a few more side to side here. Good. Let's do one more to each side. Excellent. And bring both arms up. Hands reaching for the sky, eyes are closed. Inhale deeply. Hold, draw the energy from the base of the spine up through your heart, up through the throat, head, out the crown chakra, up and out the tips of the fingertips into infinity. Exhale, swoop the arms down through the auric field. You can touch the ground to ground. Keep the hands and fingers pressing into the ground or relax them on the legs. Palms facing up. Just help keep the shoulders open and the heart nice and open. Good. And take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. And we'll begin this Kriya. So the first 3 or so exercises are in rock pose, which is sitting on the heels like this. Okay. Not a comfortable position for everybody. So first of all, if this isn't going to happen with any modification, that's totally fine. You can remain in easy pose. Please stretch your legs out while I'm explaining and demonstrating each posture. I'm going to use a prop and put a blanket between my bum and my ankles. It also helps a lot of people to put another prop between the ankles and the floor. You can use as many props as you need to be sitting up as high as you need to accommodate this posture. Okay, from here, from rock pose, we're going to be doing stomach pumping with the arms in the air. So I'll talk about the pump first. You're going to inhale as deeply as you can. Hold the breath. Posture is nice and straight, shoulders are down, heart is lifted, and you're going to pump that stomach by drawing the navel toward the spine and then letting it go, okay? And you can do the pump slowly, or you can quicken the pace and do a faster pump. It kind of depends on how much control you have over your navel center and over those stomach muscles right now. I promise it will come because we do a lot of things like this in Kundalini Yoga. So your arms are going to be up in the air, the lower arms hugging the ears, and then your hands are going to be flat and pressed against each other, just like we tuned in with prayer pose. You can cross one thumb over the other to give you a little more stability, or you can clasp the hands if that helps you keep the lower arms right by the ears. Make sure that you're not tilting too much, well, not at all, forward or back, but everything is just nice and straight. Chin is not jutting, but tucked back. Okay, again, from here, you're going to take a deep inhale, pump as long as you can, and when you need to breathe, stop pumping, exhale fully, and inhale again, and begin pumping again. Okay, so let's begin. Leave the arms in the air when you need to exhale. Stop pumping. Inhale. Start pumping again when you're ready. Again, taking this at your own pace. Make sure you don't start to tilt forward, but you're staying nice and erect, heart lifted. Wherever you are, inhale. Keep those hands up, palms pressed together. Hold. Draw, imagine the energy swirling up the spine, up and out through the crown of the head and the fingertips up into infinity. Exhale, drift the arms down through the auric field. You can touch the ground with your fingertips. Take a moment here with the eyes closed. Breathing in and out and feeling the effects of this first exercise. Stomach pumping aids in digestion. And then having the arms like that up in the air is stimulating the lymph under the arms. Next posture. We're still in rock pose, so please come out of rock pose, shake your legs in between while I'm explaining things, okay? Please be comfortable. This one, you're in rock pose. It's more of a still hold. So the left hand is going to face the chest or the heart, and the right palm is going to face out. You're going to clasp the fingertips. You're going to inhale deeply. The pattern's much like the last exercise where you will inhale, hold the breath, and pull the hands apart. So without actually pulling them apart, pull as hard as you can. When you need to exhale, you let go and relax and exhale fully. Inhale again and pull as hard as you can. So we're always pulling on the inhale. When you need to exhale, stop pulling and then breathe in and start again, okay? Eyes are closed. Go ahead and take your first inhale. Hands are lined up with the heart. Pulling as hard as you can. Holding the breath for as long as you can. And when you need to exhale, do so. And start again. Again at your own pace. Make sure the shoulders are down and not coming up, creeping up to the ears. Elbows are out. Stimulating the thymus here, one of the biggest glands in immunity. When the thymus is stimulated, it sends out killer T cells to go destroy bacteria, germs, microbes, etc. Couple more. Make sure the navel is pulled in as well, supporting you from the base. One more big hold, everybody. Inhale. Pull every muscle tight. Pull those hands apart. Pull the stomach muscles in. Everything is tight, taut. Stimulate that thymus. Exhale. Relax the hands down to the legs. Eyes are closed. Take a few deep breaths here. Okay, and the next exercise is bowing. In this world, we are very much driven by our heads and by our intellect. And when we literally bow, the head follows the heart, right? And so ideally, this is how it should always be, is that the heart leads, the heart makes decisions. And so bowing helps us. It's a good reminder and a physical reminder of where how we should be prioritizing. So I'm going to turn to the side. You're still in rock pose. Again, please come out of it in between postures. The arms are going to be out, clasped, hands clasped behind the neck, elbows out, and stretch so that the heart is opening. This is the inhale. This is the exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, if the forehead doesn't touch the ground, that's okay. Couple of options. One, you can bring a prop so that the forehead can touch something. That's ideal. And if that's not possible, that you can only come down a few inches or so, that is fine. You can come down as far as you can and imagine, let your intention tell your body that you're doing the full version of the exercise. And the intention in Kundalini Yoga will get us almost all the way. If you tell your brain that you're doing something, the body thinks that it is so and reaps the same benefit. So imagination, it's very powerful. Okay, so inhale up, exhale down. You can go fast, you can go slow. The pace is up to you. Arms up, elbows out, and let's begin. Make sure that you are pulling yourself back up with your navel center. Not just with the head and shoulders, but drive the movement from the navel. Inhaling and exhaling as fully as you can. Thinking Sat on the inhale and Nam on the exhale. Let's do just a couple more. And next time you come up, hold, inhale deeply from the very bottom of you. Hold that breath. Heart is out, elbows are pressed out and back, chin is tucked back, crown of the head to the ceiling. Send up your prayer. Keeping the eyes closed, exhale, bring the hands down and come out of rock pose into an easy pose. Sit still here for just a moment. Feeling the effect of those initial 3 exercises. We're now going to work on the lymph behind the knees and stretch out what we call in Kundalini Yoga the life nerve. So the life nerve runs down the back of the legs. All right, so the legs will be out in front of you as straight as can be, and you're going to, this is just a hold. You're going to inhale and hinge forward from the hips. On this one, you can actually relax your head. You can grab your toes if they're readily available, but I don't want you really reaching so hard and tugging into this. It's not about that. As you're holding yourself down and breathing deeply, the body's going to relax into it anyway. So this is just long, deep breathing with the eye focus at the brow point, thinking Sat as you inhale, Nam as you exhale. About a minute here. important to stimulate the vagus nerve, this life nerve, running down the back of the legs for endurance, stamina. And I don't mean running a marathon endurance, I mean the endurance it takes to get through the day with patience and not losing it. This stretch helps us. So if you do feel like you're losing it during the day, sit down on the floor and do this stretch, this life nerve stretch. See if you feel better, calmer, more patient afterwards. And deep inhale. Hold. Draw the energy up from the base of the spine. Imagine it flowing up the spine, out through the crown of the head. Exhale. Relax. Inhale. Slowly come up. Come back into easy pose. Take a few breaths here. And if you remember from last week where the lymph is located, under the arms, these nodes, under the knees, at the groin area, and then most people think of the lymph nodes at the neck. And that's what we're working on next with some slow, controlled neck circles. So I recommend starting with the half moons, where you just inhale one ear to one shoulder, exhale down. Inhale, ear to the other shoulder. And if you feel like you can do or want more, start moving the head in full circles around on the neck by drawing a 2D circle with your nose in front of you. This will help you from rolling the neck too far back. Pick a direction and stay with it for a moment. Inhaling as the head comes up, exhaling as it comes down to the chin. The chin meets the chest. Whatever speed you like. We are opening up, stimulating the lymph at the neck. Switch directions and opening up blood vessels to the brain. So this movement helps us feel unstuck intellectually, emotionally. And allows that heart energy to travel up to the brain, to the head. Take this really easy. There's no rush. There's no need to push. Just enjoy. Let's let the head hang now, chin to chest. Posture nice and straight. Take a couple deep breaths in and out here. And with an inhale, slowly lift the head and come on to the hands and knees for cat-cow. Okay. So in Kundalini Yoga, we have the spinal flex that we do from this tabletop position. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips, and you're going to arch like a skydiver this way as you inhale, and then arch up or dome up like a cat as you exhale. So this is the inhale, this is the exhale. Normally we let the head travel as well, so the head comes up and down, but this exercise and this Kriya calls for the head to stay down. So the eyes will be closed, but imagine you're looking down. And just leave the head in that position as you flex the spine. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. You can go as quick or as slowly as you want. This This is about stretching the back and the spine, but it's also in Kundalini Yoga about moving energy. So as soon as you are warmed up enough, I do encourage you to pick up the pace, allowing the Kundalini energy, which is our potential, it's the best version of ourselves, to open up and travel from where it's stored at the base of the spine. Let it travel up and out to the places it needs to go. Remember, you're thinking Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. A little while longer here. Good. And come into a flat tabletop. Inhale deeply. Imagine the energy, imagine the energy rising from the base of the spine, through the mid-spine, out the crown of the head into infinity. Exhale, relax and come back onto the knees or into easy pose for the next posture. We'll pause here. Taking a few deep breaths, feeling the effects of those wonderful spinal flexes. Okay, so the next exercise is alternate shoulder shrugs. So just pick a side, it doesn't really matter. You're going to inhale one shoulder up as the other one comes down. So inhale, exhale onto the other side. So the inhale will always be the same shoulder, exhale will always be the other shoulder. Eyes are closed down and focused at the brow point, and you can take this at whatever speed you want, starting slowly perhaps and then gaining some momentum and speeding it up. That is up to you. Make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight. I tend to keep always starting to lean forward in this life. Driving, computers, phones, so check that. Make sure that you're nice and back without tilting too far back. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. We hold so much tension in our shoulders. Let's invite that tension to leave now. With this nice seesaw tilt. Good. Couple more for good measure. And bring both shoulders up. Inhale deeply. Eyes are closed. Imagine the energy traveling up, 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 up. Keeping the eyes closed. Exhale. Relax the shoulders. And this Kriya, we're not done yet. We have 2 more exercises, but we are to come down into a short Shavasana right now, a relaxation. So until the end of this song, come down flat on your back. Allow everything to just relax into the ground. Legs are wide, feet splaying out, arms are wide, palms up to receive. Make sure that the head is not pressing into the ground, but just relaxing gently. Shoulders are shuffled together and back down the spine. Adjust those hips and allow the face muscles to melt, especially the muscles at the brow. Completely relax, like someone put a soft, cool piece of clay there, right on your third eye. And allow the breath to deepen. Start to twist the ankles and the wrists, rotate them in both directions. Stretch the arms over your head, make yourself long, long, long. Move the head from side to side to open up the neck muscles, relax the neck muscles. Bring a knee up and twist it over to the side in a gentle cat stretch. Very gentle. Send that leg up and back down, other knee up. Twist over the body to the other side. Gentle cat stretch the other way. Come back to the center. Feet in the air, hands in the air. Rub the palms, rub the soles of the feet. Briskly stimulating all 72,000 nerve endings in the body. Give yourself a hug. If you are able, rock side to side. And then back and forth on the spine to distribute the energy. If this is not doable for you and your back, come to one side and press yourself up into a seated position. Rock a couple of times. Okay. So sometimes it calls for a relaxation right in the middle of a Kriya. We only have 2 more exercises though, so we're almost done. All right, second to last exercise is triangle pose. So you're gonna come back into that tabletop, and then from tabletop, you are going to, just watch me for 1 second, press up into triangle. Head relaxes and you're breathing deeply here. Okay, so go ahead and come to tabletop and press up. And if you need to relax at any time, because this is a lot on your wrists, then do. Just bring the hands down. Keep coming in and out of it as you can. Otherwise, come up. Let's do some long, deep breathing here. Head is relaxed down. Eyes are closed, but the eyes would be looking back at the ankles. You can pedal the feet a little bit to stretch out the back of the calves. This is the exercise we're meant to hold a little bit longer, so stick with it. You can do it. The triangle pose relaxes all the major muscles of the body, and it also helps us release pent-up emotion. So if that gives you a little more patience for it, hang in there. Really press the bum up and back. Press into those shoulders. Feel it here. All right, I think that's good. Let's inhale deeply. Hold. Exhale, come down to the knees. Eyes are closed, breathing in and out, feeling the effects of holding that wonderful triangle pose, which is a little bit different than down dog because we are not so spread out back to front. It's a little tighter of a triangle shape in Kundalini yoga. So good work on that. I know I have weak wrists, so that one can hurt I can feel it in my wrist. If you're experiencing actual pain, you need to accommodate that and get away and out of the pain. But in Kundalini yoga, we're supposed to feel uncomfortable. So if it's just discomfort, that is you challenging your body to do more, produce more, elevate more. And so that's good. That's a good push. Last exercise is really fun and it's a little funny. So let's see, I'll start from standing. And what we're meant to do in this one is an elephant walk or an ankle walk. So the feet are about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit more. You simply grab the ankles or whatever's available, your lower legs. But if you can, grab your ankles and start walking around your house with straight legs. Okay, so it looks like this. If you have no room, just walk like this on your mat from side to side. We're here for about a minute, but it gets you really breathing, gets the lymph moving. It's excellent for digestion, heart rate, flexibility. So we're here for about a minute. Walk all around your house. Let's go. Make sure to watch where you're going. Okay, so eyes are open on this one. You can whistle along with the song. Up to you. Take a straight-legged hike. For your immune system. For your sense of silliness. That inner child we all need to stay in touch with, comfort, and laugh with. If you're far away, start coming back. To about 15 seconds. This one always makes me laugh. Okay, that's good. Let's pause the music. Okay, one more second. Stay hunched over or bent over. Grab onto those ankles. Deep breath in, hold. And exhale. Inhale as you come slowly up. Woo. And come back into a seated position, ready for a short meditation. So we'll take a minute before we start to catch the breath. Breathing in and out the nose. So we just stimulated our parasympathetic nervous system, or our sympathetic nervous system, sorry. The fight, flight, fright, just got the system excited. Now we breathe in and out the nose to allow the parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest, to take back over. And in Kriya yoga, in this type of yoga, we are coming in and out of sympathetic, fight, flight, freeze, to parasympathetic, rest and digest, coming in and out of that, first of all, under our own control, and second of all, we're coming in and out quickly, and that allows us to, out in the world, do that as well. We practice it here so we can take it out with us when we're with our families, our friends, when we're at work. we can switch, we can recognize which system we're in, and then hijack our own systems and come back in when we need to calm down. So hopefully you have caught your breath a little bit by now. Take a drink of water. A short meditation today we're going to do for 3 minutes. I did find my little chart on the different times in Kundalini Yoga, so for meditation, I wanted to read it to you really quick. If you can meditate for 3 minutes, it changes your circulation and blood stability. If you can bump it up to 11 minutes, the pituitary and nerves begin to change. 22 minutes starts to integrate your negative, positive, and neutral mind, essentially giving you the ability to be more neutral more of the time. 31 minutes, meditation begins to affect your whole mind, your aura, and all your body's internal elements. And then 62 minutes, your subconscious shadow mind and your positive outer projection are integrated. There's also benefits to 2.5 hours. So we work up slowly in increments, and there's no pressure and there's no judgment with this type of yoga or with this type of meditation. I've shared this before and I'll share it again. I love Kundalini yoga meditations, or Kundalini meditations, I should say, because there's more to them and they give the mind more to do than just follow the breath. So this one, especially with the mudras, this one I'm not going to mirror you. So I want you to take your left hand and place it on your heart. This is meditation for a calm heart. Okay. Your right hand is going to come up and you're going to do Gyan Mudra, active Gyan Mudra. So Gyan Mudra is our wisdom mudra, 3 fingers up in the air, and then your forefinger is touching your thumb. So forefinger is for wisdom. It's a Jupiter finger. So just like this, okay? The arm is not up, it's just resting at the side. Left hand is over the heart. And from here, we're going to either stare straight ahead, which I'm not going to do because that's weird for you. You can stare straight ahead. So find a focal point as if you were balancing on one leg, or just close the eyes down. And this one we do, just follow the breath. But also I challenge you to find your heartbeat. See if you can feel your heartbeat and align your breath with your heartbeat. So you're going to inhale and hold it for as long as you can. And then when you need to exhale, you're going to exhale fully and hold the breath out as long as you can. So it's not just following the breath, it's pushing yourself one step further. Inhaling, hold as long as you can, exhale, hold out as long as you can. Okay? 3 minutes for a calm heart. I'm ready for a calm heart. Let's go. Close the eyes down or stare straight ahead and go ahead and begin. Now bring both hands to your heart. So the left is pressing the heart, the right hand is on top of the left, keeping the eyes closed, or if they're not already, close them. Let's take a deep inhale. Hold, press those hands into the heart. Thank the heart, gratitude for the heart. And exhale fully. You can relax the hands down for a moment to the lap. So it says about this meditation, it's perfect. It opens your awareness of the breath and conditions the lungs. It employs many of the same elements of long inhalation and exhalation with the suspended breath on both. It is recommended to start with 3 minutes and gradually work up to 11. The maximum time is 31 minutes for this meditation. The entire posture induces a feeling of calmness. On an emotional level, it clarifies your perception in relationship to yourself and others. It creates a still point for the prana, the life energy at the heart center. So that's a beautiful, simple meditation. You might want to take that on every day for 3 minutes until we see you again next Sunday. If you're up for a longer challenge, you could take it on for 40 days, not missing a day. And if you're going to do it for a longer amount of time, I encourage you to do it at the same time every day. So the body, and wearing the same thing or the same type of thing, so the body knows, okay, it's time to sit down and meditate. I promise that you'll work better, you'll love better, you'll fight better, all of it. Let's bring the hands to the heart center to close this beautiful practice with the Sunshine Song. We'll sing it twice, once perhaps for yourself, once for sending this prayer out to a person that you want to heal or a collective of people that you want to send healing to. After that, we'll end with one long sat and a short nam. Truth is my name. Let's inhale deeply to begin. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on. Guide your way on. Sat Nam. And we bow in deep gratitude to all the teachers, all the yogis, all the sages who have passed down these marvelous mantras, meditations, and movements so that in practicing them we can be the fullest, brightest version of ourselves. In this moment and in every moment, on this day and on every day. Sat Nam. Thank you for joining me, and we'll hope to see you next Sunday. Have a great week ahead.